Excelsior. As you may have guessed, today I will be discussing the history of the comic book industry. Topics for today will include the major time periods from the start of the comic book industry to the present. So the industry starts off with the Platinum Age, which is said to have started in 1897 with the Yellow Kid and McFadden's Flats, and ended in 1938 with DC's Action Comics #1. Now, both these comics have a very political background, as the Yellow Kid was made as a form of yellow journalism, and according to encyclopedia.com, later became a symbol of DC's Action Comics #1 was created as a symbol of inspiration and hope for the American people, much like the symbol on Superman's chest, as this time saw the rise of the Nazi Party in Germany. Next up, we have the Golden Age from 1938 to 1956. During this time, you could see the formation of Timely Comics in 1939. As time went on, superhero films and TV shows began to be made, most notably Captain Marvel in 1941, which was very well received, and according to TV tropes, this paved the way for a very profitable industry in the comic book movie market. Next up, we have the Middle Ages, consisting of the Silver Age from 1956 to 1970, and the Bronze Age from 1970 to 1985. So I've combined these two ages into one, as individually there was nothing too notable. However, together there are two major events that occurred during this period, starting with the formation of Marvel Comics. Right before the Silver Age, Timely Comics decided to move away from the superhero industry and became Atlas Magazine. However, in 1960, Atlas Magazine decided to come back under the name Marvel and began producing more superhero comics. As they went on, Marvel released Luke Cage, Hero for Hire #1. This is very important, as this is the first series to be headed by an African American male, according to CBR. Next up, we have the Dark Ages, which shook from 1985 to 1996, which has shown a darker and grittier style of art and storytelling. In this period, we can see the art style start to shift from styles from like the Bronze Age and the Modern Age, Dark Age showing a kind of mixture of the two. During this time, you can also start to see the first connected universes in television start to form, with Batman the Animated Series in 1992, and their most recent edition in 2019 with Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Finally, we have the Modern Age, which stems from 1996 to the present. Most notable things in this were Disney purchasing Marvel movie rights and starting the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man in 2008. As time went on, superhero movies began to get more and more popular, and DC decided to start their own universes, with Man of Steel heading the DC Cinematic Extended Universe, and the Flashpoint starting off their animated movie universe, both in 2013. And so, over the past millennium of the comic book industry, there's been more competition and more accessibility. More comic book companies have sprung up, and more services like digital comic book apps and websites where you can purchase physical or digital copies have allowed for larger audiences and more people able to enjoy the superhero genre. And so, as I leave you all today, I would like for everyone to remember the most important things that we've learned, and that with great power comes great responsibility.